Let's not be shy about it. If you put a man rabbit with his dingley-doo into a cow cage with a lady rabbit who hasn't got a winkle, then you get the Crow Show with your host.
An Irishman, an Irishman, an Irishman, an Irishman, an Irishman, an Irishman, and a Scotsman. And I think an Australian as well.
So,
Sit back
relax.
and enjoy.
Turn mine.
Yo. Can you hear
Hello?
me?
Hello.
Hey,
Shalom.
guys. Shalom.
Are we through the intro?
Yeah, we're all done. We finished.
I don't know where we start.
We start right now.
Hi, this is the Crow Show. My name's Alec.
Are you now?
Alec Baldwin.
You know, when you joined, I
I don't
almost
hear
thought...
Trigger.
You can't hear me?
Neither do I.
I heard
Oh.
a
I
hello,
don't know.
and then he went silent.
All I heard was I don't know where to start. Actually rolling.
Yay!
And he's back.
Woo! I made it.
All right, we good? Are we starting the show then?
Yeah. Little hiccup in the system, I think.
We're still getting used to this live stream thing. We'll get it ironed out.
I try to fix the little chat thing on the side. I think that annoys the system, and it's like, hey, you can only do one thing at a time. Slow down. Sometimes I think I'm faster.
All
than
right,
electronics.
well,
So.
I guess we're live, so welcome to the show. What do we call our listeners? Do we have a thing for that? Crowpostles.
What?
So what do we
Crowpostles.
call our listeners? I was going to say welcome to the show, but I had nothing to call them. Hey, people.
Crowpostles.
Then,
Well-
yeah, just right into the brain pan right there. Crowpostles.
All right, so if they're crowpostles, which one of us is the crow pope and which one of us is the crow Jesus?
Is it Crowsiples? Is Crowsiples work?
Crowsiples.
I think
Yeah.
Crowsiples rolls off the tongue better.
Crowsiples. That sounds even better. I gotta say that. What do you think, Jack? What do you?
Can we just become a religion?
Yes, that's what it is.
All
Their
right.
own fucking religion now.
Dibs on Space Pope.
Okay, I guess I'm Space Jesus.
I'll be the weird guy dressed up in a crow costume.
Yeah.
You could be our mascot.
Yeah, it used to be BC, but now it's Jack. Jack is the man for the job, if there was
The
one.
man with the plan.
Yeah, BC quit the show, so Jiggle Tits is now our Satan.
Aw, it's a shame. I thought he came back.
He's the crow Satan. No, he was here last week. And then
So speaking of religion, this is we're gonna continue on with what Halloween shit, right?
oh yeah, definitely. That's the whole point.
Us starting a religion's pretty fucking scary, but it's no Halloween.
Yeah, that would be
Sleepy Hollow, motherfucker.
well, you know what? Honestly, that would be like a Halloween religion in a sense, because it was all we sort of all came together based upon the movie in a sense.
Kind of
And,
did, yeah.
And then we did games, and then it got to here, so that's where we landed. This is the airport.
Yep.
We are the pilots and the passengers. Or
So
we just
I don't know what you guys do for Halloween.
Dress up, scare little kids off the porch, and keep all the candy for myself.
See, I don't even get trick-or-treaters where I live now. I'm on the second floor. Like, I'd have to go outside and sit on the step and hand candy out.
yeah, I don't.
Oh, you're gonna be
I guess
a
I could.
stooper?
Yeah, I live above a bunch of stores. Like, there's a bunch of art galleries and shit down there.
Hey, you know what? That's actually better than living above a gaming community, which I did at one point.
I remember you telling me about that. That was loud as shit. I could hear it through your mic.
It was pretty bad. Yeah. You know, because people would only come by as soon as it hit like 12 o'clock at night, and they would stay till
Yeah.
4 or 6 in the morning. And I would literally drink to fall asleep. It was not a healthy habit, but it was the only way I could sleep.
You're talking to two sailors here.
I know, but some
we
other
both know
people.
everything about drinking yourself to sleep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess I'm preaching to the crowd here.
Preaching to the cirrhosis.
Yeah.
Well, here, just for a side fun fact about Halloween, the ancient origins of Halloween. Halloween's origins date back to the ancient Celtic festival
Samhain.
of
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Yeah, it is Samhain. Yeah.
It's spelled Samhain, but it's pronounced Samhain.
Samhain. Yeah, a lot of Irish people get pissed
Bitch,
off
I
when you
lived next to Salem.
when you say that
2,000
wrong.
years ago in an area that is now known as Ireland. And the
Yeah, that
United
was-
Kingdom and Northern France.
It was
Yeah,
all
you're
about
right,
the
Trigger.
spirits.
Supernatural did do an episode where they kept calling him Sam Hain.
Yeah, people get pissed off about that. You see, I can't even remember to say that correctly. You just reminded me now. I was totally going to say it wrong. Right there.
Well, most people will say it's Sam Hain. I don't care either way.
Isn't that the Gaelic way to say it? Sam?
Yeah, that's the original pronunciation.
The Gaelic language. Yeah, if you're in Ireland, you'll see English and Gaelic at certain points. You'll be like, wow, this almost looks like the English spelling.
It intermingles a lot.
But it doesn't sound like it at all.
It's a dialect thing.
I just noticed we got KaosPanikDisorder joining us.
Yep, the man who's
Oh,
born on
shit.
Halloween Day.
Welcome to the show.
You know what? That's probably why you see ghosts.
That explains a lot. Yeah, that's why you're the fucking...
You know, I gotta ask you, Chaos, because
It's like being
Yeah.
born on Friday 13th.
you basically talked about the whole out-of-body experience, and I wanted to know more about that. You know, because when you went out, did it... I guess I can't... I don't know how to describe it, but did it feel like you were in a
You don't
different...
feel anything.
But did you notice you're
You
in a
don't
different
feel
reality?
anything.
I
It's-
wasn't
it's-
looking at myself when I almost died.
It's
I
actually-
totally could see what was going on around me from a perspective that wasn't laying down.
Okay, take it like
Like a mind's eye view or a
Your
physical
favorite-
eyeball
your-
view?
Like of myself, but I couldn't actually see myself. It was just like
Okay.
I was sitting up, but I wasn't.
Frank, you like fishing?
Yeah, I haven't in a long time, but
Okay,
Yeah.
but when you do go, you go out on a lake and with a fishing rod and whatever you got with you. Pure calm, peace, quiet, and you ain't got a care in the world, right?
yeah.
That's basically the
Essentially.
best I can describe it. Okay. You don't care about anything, really. You don't feel anything.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say
Mine
you
was
were
panicked.
the fish on the
I was
hook.
panicked and confused.
You're gonna say you're the little fish on
Where
the
a
fucking hook.
lot of people get scared is for one of two reasons. Okay, they're either terrified of dying, okay, already, or B, they have something dark coming to pick them up. Those are the two reasons
Yeah,
that they would freak out.
Number 2 is probably the explanation there, but
Probably.
I also wasn't expecting to go there to almost die. I woke up not feeling good, kind of blacked out a little bit when I tried to pee. Went, called my wife, said, "Hey, I got to go to the hospital like now." And she fucking rushed home, and I don't remember anything after her walking up.
Hey, at least your wife responded to you immediately. My ex was just staring at me.
Yeah,
like,
if anything like that
Should
happened
I?
to me, I'd fucking die because there's
Well,
not
I
much.
called her and couldn't get a hold of her, and then her dad called her and left her a panicked voicemail. Then he called his girlfriend, who she was with, and got a hold of her. So she knew something bad was going on. If me and her dad are calling, being like, "Hey, Rob needs to go to the hospital."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if something like that happened to me, I'd probably end up dead because there's not much Cindy can do. You know.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and plus, my nearest family that is in Texas, and then
Okay.
all the way in California. I have nobody up here.
Yeah, so when it happened to me, I was more just panicky. I just remember flashes of looking around, trying to figure out what's going on, asking what's going on, nobody answering me.
Did you have
Apparently, I was
feelings
just
of
saying
death,
gibberish and fucking thrashing around on the bed, but I remembered as like standing up and looking at people. I never saw
And
myself.
that's the oddest thing, that you can't figure out why they can't see you, why they can't hear
Right?
you. That's the only part that bothered me was I'm talking
I
to
don't even
people
remember what
and
I
they're
was
not
saying.
even looking at me, and I'm trying to figure out why, and then I end up looking down and I don't see myself. Well, shit. You know, okay, now I know why they're not responding to me.
Did you get those thoughts of impending death before that? Did you
No.
just? Well, I mean, if
I
it
was
was
sound, I
if
was
it was
sound
a quick,
asleep before it all started.
Oh. Yeah, I was awake. when
Yeah, I was
feeling
knocked
it.
out. I was knocked out by my head getting cracked into the side window.
Yeah.
So,
I had come home from a night shift, gone to bed at like 6 a.m. I woke up at like 9 a.m. because I had to pee. Or that's what I thought. Apparently, maybe it's because I was dying.
You know, I thought it was always kind of interesting with this, in a fact that we look at Halloween. I mean, you could go to Mexico and stuff, and look at the Day of the Dead, and it's celebrated pretty heavily there, but as kind of a festive fun thing. Here, it's like we want to scare you and make you afraid kind of thing. There, it's more
well,
jubilant in a way. But I mean, with the whole death thing, we've the celebration of it. It just makes you wonder.
Yeah, I can't remember the particular demon's name, but the whole thing was Halloween when it originated. Was people would dress up to confuse him.
Samhain.
Yes.
Yeah, we covered this just before you got in.
So
Yeah, no, the Celts wore frightening masks so that evil spirits would mistakenly think the wearers were spirits and would leave them alone.
exactly.
For candy, the ancient Celts tried to appease wicked spirits with sweets. And then the church later encouraged celebrants to go from house to house on Hallows Eve asking for food in return for prayer for the dead. That custom eventually became Halloween's trick or treat.
I need a minute, guys. I am actually working tonight because people can't do their stuff. So be right back.
Okay. Yeah, that makes
But
sense.
yeah, that's where the costumes and candy come in. And then as for the pumpkins, the carved candlelit turnips were displayed to repel evil spirits. To some, the candle in the turnip represents a soul trapped in purgatory. Or later, carved pumpkins were more commonly used.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So there's the whole basis of the candy and costumes and pumpkins.
Which I gotta say, have you ever looked up like old school Halloween costumes, like what they used to wear back in like the fucking 20s and 30s and prior to that?
Well, it used to be good things.
That shit was horrifying. No, it was all homemade, like paper mache masks, and oh my god, these things were horrifying. It was like, if I saw one of those coming at me down a fucking dark street, I'd be running, man.
The scarier you look, the more likely you'd be left alone.
Right? Like back then, it wasn't fucking Spider-Man. It was this goddamn monster in a potato sack with armholes cut out coming at you.
All right, I'm back.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre style.
Yeah, I guess if it looks terrible, you're gonna think it's terrible. You know, some people they put these clowns, or they put the little fake man in front of their door, and sometimes if they put like a clown out there, it's almost like I just want to get out of my truck when I'm driving by and just take a baseball bat and just smash it into pieces. Like,
where I live, they've already started the creepy clown shit.
See, I live up by Salem, so it's all fucking.
If that
With-
shit comes near my house or even up on my porch, I'm cutting my German Shepherd loose.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
What if
not
it's a
gonna
kid?
lie. I do work at a
Don't
place
care.
where I can just go fill up red balloons with helium.
What if it's
So
a
I
kid?
really
He has
kind
a
of
little
want to
trick or treat thing. He
No,
wants
no,
to
no,
dress
no.
up
These
like
are
a
not
scary
kids.
clown.
These
You gonna
are
sick your dog on a poor defenseless kid trying to trick or
these are
treat?
16, 17, 18, and 19-year-old kids dressing their asses up as stupid ass clowns, walking around creeping people out. They're
So
even getting
That shit's so
ballsy
last
enough.
year.
Yeah, but they're still doing it here. They're getting ballsy enough to go on people's porches, knock on their doors, and scaring the shit out of people. Pull that shit at my house. I will let my shepherd loose.
I was
I
gonna
don't
say,
care.
is New York the stand your ground state?
No.
You're Mexican, you'll be fine. You can get away with it. You're brown.
Yep,
Nobody cares who you kill.
exactly.
All right. I do gotta say, old memory from when I was a kid. Best fucking trick I ever saw. My stepbrother. He got a whole bunch of straw from hay bales, just like wherever the fuck he could find them, because everybody had hay bales for like Halloween. I don't know why.
oh yeah.
So yeah, he would fucking go. He grabbed a shitload of straw, and he got like an old pair of my stepdad's clothes because he was a bigger guy, and fucking got like a flannel shirt and a pair of jeans, and he stuffed all this straw into his clothes and made a fucking scarecrow mask out of a burlap sack, and just went and laid down on the front steps next to a bowl of candy that said "Only take one," and he just sat there fucking motionless. And the first kid that walked up and grabbed two, he fucking jumped out and grabbed their hand. And this kid, I swear to God, this kid must have pissed himself. Booked it across the yard. Oh, it was great. This happened over and over again until this one family driving their kids around in a car. The car was parked in front of the house. He didn't grab the kids because they were smaller kids. He just jumped up and scared them as they were coming up to the steps. And I thought this fucking dad was going to take his head off. He came tear-assing across the yard, screaming at him. Oh, it was fucking hilarious. My brother's like
I did something
16
like
at the
that.
time.
I dressed up as Michael Myers,
Mm-hmm.
and I would hide around the side of the house, and when people came up, I'd come up behind them and freak them out. I scared one kid's daughter. Oh my god! The kid ran down the steps off of the porch. My mom was like chasing after him. The dad was laughing his ass off. I scared the kid so bad.
Wow. Yeah, I did something similar to that too, in the sense that I didn't really do any trick or treating at my house. But my friend always wanted to hand out candy and act creepy and shit. So I would dress up as Death, but I didn't have the sickle. I didn't have the plastic sickle. I basically had like I've got a hand and a half sword, so it's like a bastard sword. So I had that instead of a scythe, and so I would just have that unsheathed, and I would stand in front of the candy, and people would just like walk up very carefully. They would just be so freaked out because I had that blackout, death mask with the gloves and the sword. I'm just like
the blacked out face, like nylon mesh thing.
Yeah, and I got the sword planted in the ground, just holding one hand over the grip. And people just walk up, and I just act super motionless. And as soon as they look at me, I just slowly turn my head towards them, and I don't say anything. And they freak out.
Oh man, I was creeping people out like crazy. Halloween in Wisconsin, I dressed up as Taskmaster from Marvel Comics, who basically looks like Death, but dressed in all white with the skeleton face.
Oh.
But yeah, I had my Taskmaster costume with my fucking big white hood, skull mask, fucking long flowing white cape that I made all that shit myself. And I had a fucking, because he's a master of all weapons, I had the sword on my side and a fucking sniper rifle on my back because I have the big plastic Wii sniper rifle.
Mhm.
And like I weathered it and detailed it so it looks realistic because I painted it metallic and then weathered the shit out of it so it looks all beat up and old.
Yeah.
So I had that strapped to my back with the fucking sling. People were just fucking looking at me like I was nuts. I don't think anybody was a Marvel fan in that neighborhood.
Probably not.
The other creepiest thing that I saw was when I was in the Coast Guard in Connecticut. We had this one dude. He was he looked like Ving Rhames. He was like just this 6 foot tall, gigantic black dude. Like he legitimately looked like Ving Rhames, like the big head, everything.
Okay.
He dressed up as Pinhead for Halloween, and he had the professional quality like costume, the full like legitimate leather, and the
Leather
Pinhead
suit and
mask that just
everything?
looked scary as
Nice.
shit. Oh my god, yeah, it had like the bloody chest piece and all that. Like
How'd
he
you
just
get
Dude, I had a
legitimately looked
haunted
like
house.
fucking
There
Pinhead,
was a
but he
haunted
was
house back
huge.
where I used to live.
And he used to fucking walk down the hallway though, and he knew the cycle of the security cameras just from stand and watch. So like he'd just fuck with the fucking watchstanders. He'd walk up and just stand there in the camera's view. Then it would switch and he'd step off. He'd run up to the next doorway and duck out of the way. So when it flipped back on, they couldn't see him. And the next time it cycled around, he was standing right there.
That's pretty cool.
Like, oh my god! Or he would just sneak up and stand behind you. So like it's fucking Halloween. You turn around and here's this fucking 6 foot tall Pinhead standing behind you.
You know, I could
Yeah, there was a haunted farm I used to go to all the time when I was a kid with my family, and one of the rooms they'd take you into, they'd line you all up along the wall, and all the characters from Hellraiser would walk in, and like get all up in your face. Strobe light going a million miles an hour, blood on the walls, and it's all tile. It's creepy as shit.
That's badass.
Yeah, the chains hanging from the ceiling. Dude, it was like the creepiest room they ever had. I was like, oh
sounds
my
pretty
god,
Oh
professional.
We're going to a corn maze this weekend, I think.
nice.
Yeah, it's fucking huge. It takes like 2 hours to get through the thing if you don't get lucky. So, yeah, that's gonna be my life. So I'll see you guys. Who knows? After the show, I may
Okay.
not be here. Six Pack Saturday. I might still be in the
Lost
corn.
in the maze.
Well,
Where
good
do
luck
I
with that.
go?
Well, it's a corn maze, so if you do get lost, you can actually eat your way out.
Hmm.
Just
You know-
walk in one direction, you'll be fine.
You know, I gotta say, as far as like some horror movies and things go, I mean, as far as when it comes to Jason, the one thing that it's taught me is that you shouldn't offer candy bars to people with axes that are chopping wood.
Right?
Yeah, that was just weird. Watching that one particular scene.
Okay.
If you guys saw the Jason
Random.
movies, it's
Yeah,
yeah.
I've
guy-
I've seen all of them. Yeah,
The
I know
one
what you
guy, this one kid keeps offering chocolate bars to random people. And he offers it to some random dude that's chopping wood, and he gets all pissed off and just axes the shit out of him. So, and they suspect he's Jason, but I don't know. That series took so many
That
twists
was
and
one of the
turns.
remakes, wasn't it?
That was after he was supposed to kind of technically be dead, you know?
Yeah.
And then somebody else kind of takes his spot for like a movie. I think it was like the
Yeah, there's a lot of
paramedic.
twists and turns in the Jason series. The worst being Jason in space.
I
Yeah.
saw that,
Jason
and
That was ridiculous.
it was like he is just too powerful now. He's like filled with metal. How are you gonna kill that?
Yeah,
I mean, he's
like-
already a zombie that's coated with platinum, titanium. What the hell substance was that?
I don't even
Titanium
remember.
alloy.
Yeah. The only redeeming scene in that entire movie was when they like charged up the holodeck on him, and it was Crystal Lake with the two like scantily clad whores that it just goes from them like, hitting on him, cuts back, and he's just fucking smashing them against trees. Like
Yeah, that shit was
The body
hilarious.
bags
he's
with
just
the
like doing
trees.
the windmill with these two girls in sleeping bags against a fucking tree. Like it was, and they won't die because they're holograms.
Yeah,
So
'cause
it's just screams and him just chunk 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 chunk. It was the best thing I've ever seen.
dude, it was supposed to be a homage to what he did earlier in one of the earlier movies, where he was banging the person against the tree in the sleeping bag, but they cut most of that out from the movie or the television part, I think.
See,
I
I have the
watched it on
DVD.
TV. They didn't cut that out.
I think it depends what channel.
Well, he went for longer than what they showed. Like they show like him hitting.
In the actual movie, it goes on for like ever, and it's awesome.
It's just funny with that. I don't know. It just like there was another movie where I saw somebody die in a sleeping bag. They got pulled up into a tree. I think maybe that was Supernatural. That I was watching that too. But I mean, ever since they showed that in Jason, it's just like it's kind of a funny thing.
They call him a human burrito.
Yeah, like a hot pocket. If you go or something. I don't know, but I mean, like watching those old horror movies. Which one did you guys think was the best? I mean, as far as I don't know, overall quality,
favorite old school horror movie.
I mean, you really can't. Horror movies.
I have to go with I'm a huge Halloween fan. I love the entire Halloween series, and I'm also a huge Friday the 13th fan. But I got to say, all-time favorite is the original Hellraiser.
Yeah.
Even though the
I have
effects are
to
just
agree.
so bad, it's just got so many bad effects that make you cringe.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to
I agree with
say,
you on that.
Like
I would have to say
people
the
snagging
Hellraiser.
chunks of flesh on nails and
Yeah.
fucking fingernails getting bent backwards, and oh my god, it's just so much.
Yeah, I would have to agree on the
Oh.
Hellraiser, but on Halloween, with my boys growing up, every year we would watch the kids show Hocus Pocus with Bette Midler, and
Oh yes,
yeah.
yes.
we would watch that all together every year. That was like our thing together.
My boy doesn't like that one, but me and my wife still watch Hocus Pocus when it's on.
And probably the scariest movie I've ever watched on Halloween would be Drag Me to Hell.
See, I didn't find that movie scary.
I kind of found that it was going to be the point of the movie for the. It's sort of like if you watch A Sixth Sense. Once you get to the end of it, it's like, okay.
Honestly, it was
I can't
a
watch this again.
Sam Raimi movie, so I was just watching for a Bruce Campbell cameo.
Yeah. And then the original, what was that? Paranormal something.
Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, that.
That first one was actually pretty scary.
Yeah.
As far as that kind of movie goes. Like it was
Or
free.
Doll Master.
Puppet Master?
Puppet Master.
Puppet Master.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too when you were mentioning Hellraiser. I was thinking
Puppet Master's another one. I don't find Puppet Master scary.
No, I think it's creepy.
No, but it's
like
still
a good
like a good creepy Halloween movie.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jack.
It's creepy in the sense that it's dolls that move basically under their own free will.
Yeah.
Get the black eyes like a doll's eyes.
The dolls almost looked real when I was watching it as a kid, but I bet if I watch it now again, I'd be like, yeah, I could see it.
It was a Jaws
You just
reference.
quoted Rick and Morty there.
No, that's Jaws.
I know, but Rick and Morty did that quote like just recently.
Did they?
Yeah.
I haven't watched all of the new ones.
Oh man. Well then, that just spoiled one of the episodes for you.
I just know that it's a quote from Jaws.
It's only at the very end.
Charlie also did that same impression of it on Always Sunny as well.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know it was on Rick and Morty though. I missed that.
Yeah, you gotta see that.
Do you guys watch the Friday the 13th TV series?
Oh, it was so bad.
I
Yes,
watched
would
it
watch
though. I watched it though. I like the fact that they trapped all the relics and everything, and it just reminded me of like a supernatural style Ghostbusters. You know, takes the
Yeah, like,
science
I
out of
would
it, but it
watch
puts
it
the
sometimes.
magic into it.
I dropped my wife off at work for like 5:30 in the morning, and like if I wasn't working, I'd just come home and chill on the couch. And Friday the 13th was always on at like 6 a.m. until 9 a.m. So some of them until something I wanted to watch more came on. Usually one of those 4x4 shows on like what was before like Speed and stuff. There used to be another channel like Hot Rod TV or something like that.
Could be.
Spike.
No,
Well,
it was before Spike. I think it turned into Spike.
It wasn't on TNT, was it?
No. I know exactly what Rob's talking about.
It was
Yeah, it turned into
the Power
Spike.
Block. It was usually hosted by Danica Patrick. Like
Yeah,
in between
I watched that
commercial
too.
breaks.
Yeah, didn't that become part of Spike?
I think that became Spike eventually. Like
Yeah,
whatever
it did.
channel that was.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
It was a good channel.
before that, it was Friday the 13th and shit like that. So I would watch the Friday the 13th series, but I was never super into it. It was more just something I would watch to kill time until the truck shows came on.
Yeah. It was.
Speaking of, has everybody watched the new It yet?
Nope.
God
Yes.
damn it.
Yes, we have.
Everybody but Wes.
Womp womp.
Wes, are you
womp.
going to watch it?
No.
Okay, then we can talk about it. Wes ain't ever
No.
gonna watch it.
I'm waiting for the DVD.
You just
So
said
you
were
are
never
gonna watch it. You're just not
I
going
ain't,
to
go-
go to
I ain't
theaters.
going to the theater.
That doesn't matter. That still means
Dude,
you're gonna
I'm
watch it.
not paying $10 for a fucking ticket and $50
I don't
for a
give
large
a
soda.
shit what you pay for it. Are you going to watch it?
On DVD.
Okay, then you're going to watch it.
Yes.
So then we can't spoil it for you. Damn, and that would have been perfect for this Halloween.
Well, unless you just cover your
But
ears for the
Let's
next
let's
2
just go with
minutes.
old school It then. Old school It.
I actually just rewatched that again the other night. It was on cable.
Oh, they pulled it back out?
Yeah.
Well, on cable, yeah. They'll rerun
I still
everything,
can't
I
believe
think.
it was a TV series.
You didn't remember that? Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
TV
I remember-
miniseries.
I remember
when I
being-
watched it, it was a movie. It's
No,
a
first time it
two-part
came
movie.
out. First time it came out, I had my friends tell me, "Oh, it's gonna come out. It's gonna be on television. Let's go. Come over and watch this." And it was like the first time it
I
came
remember it
out.
was a big thing.
It was a big thing. They were telling me all about it.
It was a two-part movie for me.
We literally had to
Yeah,
hide.
you
We
rented
literally
it
had
on
to hide it.
VHSs or something, right?
We had to hide the
didn't
fact that
rent
we
it.
were
I
watching a
watched it
horror
on
from our
TV.
parents. With that, it was like a television.
It was a two-part
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Yeah,
movie.
it was a mini
TV
series.
movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically, without spoiling
One
anything
is
for
when they're
chaos.
kids, and one is when they're older. That's
It-
pretty much what it was.
Yeah.
Well, they
this-
jump back and forth in the TV one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the original, it goes back and forth from them being adults to remembering when they were kids.
Well, I think they did a little bit of that on the second half of it, where they were adults and they were going and reminiscing.
Maybe that's more what it is.
Yeah, it was like 3 hours.
I remember him doing that.
He has really long ass movies, anyways. But I mean, because his shit's
That's
really
why
long.
I'm glad they're breaking it up into 2 actual movies this time.
Yes, exactly. That's the reason why I was happy with The Hobbit for breaking up into 3 parts. Because yes, The Hobbit's one book, but it's an extensive amount of information, and that's what they should have done with The Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings should have been 2 movies per book, at least, at the very least. But I mean, with this thing, it makes
that's
sense.
just Hollywood trying to make a quick buck, and they did too.
No,
Oh,
but
yeah.
like even with this, even with it's really good that they split it up into 2 parts because it makes sense. You got the childhood part and you got the grown-up part. It's like how they're with The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead's coming back out, and I've seen some teasers for possibly they're gonna do the time jump as far as the comics are concerned. Okay, that makes sense. Put it on a whole nother series. Don't include the time jump with a series you already got going. That wouldn't make any fucking sense.
Anyways, back to Halloween. I think it was a good Halloween movie to watch.
Sure.
It's just super fucking creepy.
Oh yeah.
At the time it came out, I think Jeepers Creepers was actually kind of fun to watch. And
Ooh. Yeah, that was pretty creepy too.
Only the first one.
yeah, the second one was retarded.
Where'd you get them peepers?
Oh yeah, the second one was fucking licking windows wearing a football helmet. But
I would say that Jeepers Creepers is a genuine horror movie in the sense that you can't watch it and just go, meh. It's just gonna be like, this looks like a real demon. Everything it's doing, it just looks like it's.
Fun fact: the creeper truck just sold for just shy of $1 million.
It's so funny. It's so funny when you see the license plates.
Ridiculous.
And you see its license plate, "I'll be eating you," and they drive by them, and they're like, "I'll be." No, it doesn't say that. It just, they didn't know what they were saying. Like the two main characters were arguing about what it meant, and the person that guessed it initially was right. "I'll be eating you."
The first one was awesome. I love the first one. The second one was just fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But the second one at the end sort of did an homage to a time frame, I would say, because they're just going to wait another 20-something years and bring out the next Jeepers Creepers. And
that would be awesome. Honestly.
Hasn't it been 20 years yet already?
No.
It came out?
That was only like 10 years ago at best. I don't even know the time, but I know it was like... It was
late
more
90s.
The first one was
so we're
90s,
coming up on it then.
The second
we're coming
one,
up
though,
on a third Jeepers Creepers.
The second one, though, they show them all cut up at the end, nailed to the post of a barn, and the guy says, "Yeah, every so many years he comes back, and I'm waiting here to kill him again," or something like that. The guy was supposed to be
2001.
2001. So what? We got to wait like 4 more years or so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys.
If there's a Jeepers Creepers 3 worth watching that comes out in 2021, then I will definitely watch it.
So I was just kind of chuckling at something that I just saw right now. It's probably one of the best couples Halloween costumes I've ever seen. And I just put
it's
it up.
It's the plug and socket, by God.
No.
That's a pretty good one, though.
That is a really good one.
Let me get another beer. I'll be back.
Would you post it in
I just
Discord?
showed that picture to my wife the other day. The picture of the girl dressed as a pumpkin and the guys dressed as a farmer.
Peter Pumpkin Eater.
Peter.
Oh, nice.
That is pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, my kid wants me to be a Spider-Man villain for Halloween this year.
Who does he want you to be? The dude with the wings?
You gonna be Venom?
No, I was actually thinking of doing Doc Ock because I could do Dr. Octopus real cheap.
Yeah, pool noodles work great for that.
A good
No, you don't
you
use pool noodles. You know what you use? Dryer vents.
Oh, damn.
Dryer vents look like the octopus arm. You gotta make the clamps for the ends.
Oh, nice.
Clamps? What are we talking about?
Huh?
I was talking about making a Dr. Octopus costume for Halloween.
Clamps? You want the clamps?
The clamps.
but you gotta make it so that way they stick up in uniform, so you're gonna have to make some sort of invisible support for it.
Well, yeah, you use fish and line like you do with the spider costume or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna get
steel wire.
I was gonna go pick up some the dryer vents and make the arms. Get go to Salvation Army, just get a shitty cheap trench coat that I can attach them to.
I guess that could work.
Yeah, I mean that's what the original Doc Ock wore most of the time, was just a brown trench coat with the arms coming through it.
Yeah,
that's what I'm going for. I have a pair of sunglasses that kind of looks like the Doc Ock, like the old school Doc Ock sunglasses.
You know, you could do some.
The only real difference is that I have a full beard and a high and tight. So
Had to shave.
fuck that. I ain't shaving for no Halloween costume.
You know, Zodiac. You know, it'd be kind of cool is if you got some rubber hose and you put steel wire through the rubber hose to the end where the grips are, and you set it up somehow inside there that you pull on the wire.
I'll make like finger controls so I can make the clamps open and close.
Or the octopus arms just like contract and like loosen up.
If I'm not mistaken, Rob, the original, way back when he first came out, the original Sandman, I believe he had a beard.
I don't know. See, it's tough being a bearded fat guy trying to come up with costumes. Like, I couldn't be Santa.
You should do that. Just dress up as Santa.
I guess Captain Spaulding, maybe?
No. Do the robot Santa from Futurama. You just gotta get like a metal jaw with like, sharp teeth.
Oh, if there was ever a Santa to be.
And then have the bazooka, and then the eyes that rotate, from nice to naughty.
No, the original Sandman wore a mask. It looks like.
See, that's why I gotta lose weight. I want to be like real superhero. I want to be like Batman, not fat Batman.
Fat man.
You want to be like Batfleck? Really?
Not Batfleck, no.
Wasn't he just in a scandal though, or wasn't he? This whole Hollywood thing.
Something about a service dog, or he claimed his dog was a service dog when it wasn't, or something like that.
I could see anybody doing that. That's not a big deal.
Not really a scandal. He just made fake news.
No, never mind. He didn't have a beard though.
I swear he got the idea from
who?
From the game Brigandine that I
played.
played.
Sandman from Spider-Man.
The original.
Yeah, never had a beard.
I thought one of them did.
You just wanted him to have a beard, dude.
He has a really square jawline.
Craven had a beard.
So
yeah, because
we're getting off track though. We're just talking Spider-Man now.
Yeah.
No, we're talking costumes.
Well, yeah.
You said your son wanted you to be a
what about the
evil guy for?
But he wants me to dress up as a Spider-Man villain. But at the same point, he also wants to go trick or treating with his friends this year instead of us.
He's at that age.
What the fuck am I building a costume for if I'm not going trick or treating with you, man?
That's kids these days, though. They do that kind of stuff.
How about each one of us name, when we were growing up, the scariest thing that ever happened to them on Halloween?
I never really had anything bad happen, like scary on Halloween.
I started off just trick-or-treating. I'm about 5-6 years old.
Yeah.
Growing up. My mom always took us to neighborhoods we knew and people we knew. Going up to one of my aunt's houses, and apparently my cousin had a friend who was dressed as a demonic clown.
Oh, dear Lord.
Sitting, hiding in the garage. So we go walking up. This dude come out running at us, screaming, and naturally, what the hell did I do? Fight or flight took in, and I flew. I'm gone.
Mm-hmm.
That would institute and cement my dislike of clowns right there.
He bravely ran away, ran away. Danger reared its ugly head. He quickly turned and bravely fled. Brave. Chaos.
I would not go to my aunt's house after that either.
No, I can see why you hate the clowns and you want to sick a dog on them. You want to get some retribution for all that shit you took so long ago. I see it. I get it. Totally get it.
All right, so who next?
My mic cut out for a second, but excellent Monty Python reference.
I changed Robin to Chaos in case anybody gets upset with me. Like, You didn't say it right. Well, I know, but in context of what's going on, I have to, blah, blah, blah.
I never really had a scary Halloween. Like, it was always neighborhoods we knew. Nobody ever scared the shit out of us. I was never really scared of the costumes. Like, I've always loved Halloween. So
Yeah.
I think the
I mean,
scariest thing was just almost. I think the scariest thing that maybe happened was what I was talking about earlier. Was my brother almost getting beat up by a full-grown man for scaring the shit out of some kids
Possibly killed.
while dressed like a scarecrow.
You gotta be realistic. If you're going out on Halloween and you're gonna pull some random ass prank, there is a potentiality that you could get killed because of what you're trying to do. Someone else might just
Right?
not hit the flight, or when it comes to the fight or flight, they might hit the fight and beat the shit out of you till you don't breathe anymore. So
And you never know who's carrying these days.
Yeah, I would say my
exactly.
fight or flight. I was like 5 or 6 years old. What the hell was I gonna do?
Well, yeah,
Okay.
you're a kid.
So
But that fear of clowns stuck with you, and now it's fight.
not a fear of clowns, a strong dislike of clowns. Difference.
Hatred.
That's a
You can use the word
fear.
hatred. It's okay. I'll allow it. No, that's the thing too. Like, even when I was a kid too, I had an uncle that was tried to be a professional clown, and I guess I was so young. I guess I did like the uncle when he wasn't a clown, but when he was a clown, I wouldn't speak. I wouldn't say anything. I wouldn't talk to him. Like, I just avoided him altogether.
See,
It's
it's
like-
just not me.
I guess for me, when
It's
I
not
see
just me.
when I see somebody put on makeup and be a clown and try to act like they're super friendly, I guess to me it feels like, why bother? Why not just be yourself? What's up with all the makeup and shit?
Yeah.
Is
See,
it
you know,
Fun.
you know,
Let me
this
hear
year
something.
people are going to be dressing their kids up as 2 things. A lot of them. Okay,
Of
Chucky.
what? As what?
They're going to be dressing their kids up as one of 2 things. Oh, no, a lot of them. Either Chucky, okay, the Chucky doll, or the new It clown.
Pennywise.
Either one of them 2 come to my door, I'm slamming it right on them.
Nope.
See, and there's my kid who wants to be Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's funny.
He's like, I want to be Homecoming Spider-Man. Like, he just wants to be Peter Parker Spider-Man, though. He wants to, like, he's got the same haircut already. And he just wants to wear the Spider-Man costume under some clothes that he could just unbutton and show people that he's Spider-Man. I'm like, dude, I'm not spending this Spider-Man costume so you can do that.
It's funny. I had
I'll buy
somebody
you a
ask me
Spider-Man.
too.
All
I
you
had
got to
some-
do is get him the shirt.
I had somebody ask me too, like, why is it, kind of difficult to get, kids to go to birthday parties around this time? I said, well, I think the movie It isn't helping.
Nobody has clowns at birthday parties anymore.
Yeah, who the hell does that shit?
But it's
No, they all get bouncy castles and shit.
it's at a movie
Bouncy
theater.
Castles are the shit. I
It
don't
was
care
at-
how
it was
old
at a
you are,
movie
I will
theater,
jump
so I
and
was like-
bounce again.
I was like, yeah, it's coming out, so I think It is the blame. Because
I just can't wait till Christmas so I can introduce my kid to Gremlins this year.
Gremlins.
Because Gremlins is not a Halloween movie. Gremlins is a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
But
He hasn't
it's a
seen that
late
yet?
Halloween movie. It's supposed. I don't know.
I'm
It's
surprised you
good.
haven't shown that to
It's
me
a good
yet.
scary movie for Halloween. Not really scary, but kind of a little creepy, mostly funny.
It's creepy, funny, and weird. I was watching.
No,
a
my
whole-
kid's been real scared for a while. He's only 12, so like he's been a little weirded out by a lot of the scary stuff for a while. But
did
now
you-
he's starting to come into it.
What did you guys think of Teen Wolf? What did you think of that?
Yeah.
Michael J. Fox, come on.
Teen Wolf.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Michael J. Fox.
Yeah. What did you think of it?
Funny as shit.
Yeah.
It was comedy.
Yeah. Don't you
That was
guys?
about
Do you
it.
guys like that? Because like my favorite
I give it 2
comedy,
shaky thumbs up.
my favorite comedy horror is still Army of Darkness. Nothing has surpassed that one yet.
Oh no, nothing.
Oh, no, no,
Oh, yeah.
no.
That was a good one.
What was that? Ash, I believe it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say OG Evil Dead. definitely trumps
Oh,
Army of
yeah.
Darkness.
Nah, I like it, but
Oh, yeah.
his comedy,
okay. You
his
guys
comedy
talking
act
It
in
horror
Army of
wasn't
comedy?
Darkness
it
is
wasn't meant to be funny.
on
That's the thing.
I don't know
The
if
first
par.
one was
I've ever
not
seen
meant
it.
to be
You might
funny,
have. You
I
might not
know,
have.
I know.
but that's what made it so funny.
I just
Since
think
you guys,
Just that witch, dead by dawn, dead by dawn.
well, since you guys are talking horror comedy, I don't know if any of you have ever seen it. You might not have. But the movie House.
Oh my god, I love House. House is
That
like one of
fucking
my
head was
all-time favorite.
hilarious.
Wait. I think I'm not remembering right now. Is that you're not talking
Hang on,
about
let me-
the previous House on Haunted Hill before the
No, just
No,
House.
no.
It came out in like the
Here.
early 80s.
I can't remember at the moment, but
It's
just tell
he's
me
a
what
Vietnam
it is.
vet. He's a Vietnam vet who inherits this house from his like dead aunt and uncle or something.
Oh wait, I think I remember that.
and he's a writer.
Wasn't he seeing faceless
Here,
people?
here's the movie poster for it.
He was having Nam flashbacks and
Oh
fucking...
no, I did see that then. Then he had like a dead Vietnam friend come into his house,
Yes.
and didn't he turn against him?
Crossed over from the other side. Yeah.
I
No, he didn't
remember
turn
it now.
against him. He was a
And
ghost.
that freaking hand, dude, that thing was hilarious.
That
yeah,
was
it kept coming back. Fucking
that was a good movie actually. That
the
was pretty good.
swordfish flew off the wall at him, I think.
Yeah.
Everything came back to life.
Dog has the hand in its mouth.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. House is one of my all-time favorites, but I don't consider it horror. It's fucking hilarious.
It's a horror comedy.
It's a campy.
That's like one of the pioneers of slapstick horror.
Exactly. It's like
campy
Evil
horror.
Dead, where it's just this really campy horror movie.
Yeah.
It's just bad for the sake of being bad, and they know it, so they go with the joke.
You know,
Yep.
if you guys had to name like the scariest movie that you grew up seeing, and still like you don't even want to go back to watch, what would it be if you had to?
The Fly.
The Fly. Wow. That was
Yeah,
that was
I don't
disgusting.
want to watch that one again.
I have never watched it to this day.
that was pretty disgusting. Yeah,
I have only watched it when I was like fucking 5 or 6 years old.
They did a great job with Jeff Goldblum doing that.
I'm sorry, but for me, it would have to be Jaws, the original Jaws.
That's
I'll watch
that's a
that all the
summertime
time.
movie, I would say. I wouldn't say it's a horror movie.
No, my dad took me to watch it when it first came out. That
I get to
gave
say
me
it.
nightmares for a month. I still haven't watched the original to this day.
Okay, but horror, because this is Halloween. Let's, if you can, if you can't, then okay, I guess we'll take that.
I don't have anything else under horror because I'm not really scared of many horror movies. So
I guess technically Jaws might be kind of like a horror, but
I would say
killer
given
man-eating
the
shark
time.
terrorizing a beach. Yeah, I would consider it.
okay, I'll go. I'll.
That triggers some phobias. I could.
All right. Like I'd have to say, unless Jack has one. I don't know if you got one or not, Jack.
Mr. Mihawk.
No.
I would have to say
That caught me
Poltergeist.
off guard.
I would have to say Poltergeist. I
A
haven't
little
seen it.
warning next time, Zodiac.
Ooh,
Since-
Poltergeist. Yeah, Poltergeist is another one. I have rewatched it though since I originally saw it as a kid.
I
But
know
that one scene in the bathroom where he's just fucking like clawing his face off, that fucked me up.
that's
Oh,
insane. I did they make a remake or were they going?
Yeah, they
to?
made the remake, and the remake was shit.
'Cause
I thought the
never
remake
bothered-
was okay.
I
I
didn't
really-
like it at all.
It was really similar.
It was
The
actually
original's the real
creepier
one.
with the original little girl. I'm sorry she passed away,
It was
but
creepier. It was
um,
creepier.
she was
but-
creepy as shit. I'm sorry.
I just thought that the new one did a good job of sticking to the original story and just doing the effects a little better. But at the same point, it wasn't anywhere near as scary because they didn't really change much.
Nope.
So there was nothing surprising or new.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why I thought the Ouija movie was really good from like last year. I think that came out because it
I only
reminded me
saw
of,
the original Ouija.
but the one that came out the last year, it reminded me of the girl from the original Poltergeist, but she was even scarier.
Okay, the
In
original Children
Ouija
of the
movie.
Corn.
Meh.
All those little white-haired kids.
I
That was
watched it
creepy.
again. I watched it again, and
white-haired
it's
kid was Children of the Damned, or
Say
Village
what?
of the Village of the Damned was all the white-haired kids.
Oh, yeah, that one. It was just a white hair and creepy ass eyes.
weren't they
I got a-
sacrificing
I got a
people
thing
to a
about-
god?
Yeah, I got a thing about child
Children of the
spirits,
Corn,
man.
yes.
I've got a thing about child spirits and evil children that there's a phobia right there. And I'm sorry, but Pet Cemetery had a lot to do with that.
Pet Cemetery was awesome. I
Yeah,
love
but
Pet
that little
Yeah.
kid, when he came back, slicing the Achilles heel. Oh,
That is one of the most quoted movies between me and my wife, though. I do have to say, is Pet Cemetery, because every time that my kid would come in the room and be like, "Daddy, I want to play with you," my wife would
you
look
just
at me and
stop
go,
what you're doing, look at each other.
exactly. My wife would just look over at me and go, "I already played with mommy, Daddy."
Wait, does he literally do that? Does he?
He used to when he was a kid, because I was never home. I was always, deployed or on
Maybe he did
watch.
that to mess with you, because my child, when she was a kid, she would mess with me sometimes as a joke, and she got me sometimes. So what if he did that on purpose to you?
No,
Just-
he had never seen it.
That you know of.
Where
Yeah.
the hell would my kid see that?
Television.
Would your wife be watching at one point and your kid was there, and he's like, "Hey,
Not-
this
not
is a
when he
good
was at
idea.
that.
Daddy's gonna get really messed up." Say this.
Oh, I'm gonna mess him up for not being here. Yep. See that?
But
one
I
up.
mean, it was creepy because he was a little blonde hair, blue eyed kid. The master race.
So you're saying
No,
those are the
just
creepiest. Oh man.
But nah, Pet Cemetery was amazing. It's one of my all time favorites. But I am excited that the guy who remade it wants to remake Pet Cemetery.
I don't know. He should probably
I
leave
feel
that
like he could do a good job.
well done as it was.
I agree with
It
you.
was good, but I could see it being done better, especially because I like the way that this guy did it, and Stephen
What?
King
Make
still
the cat
attached
into
it.
a fucking saber-toothed tiger or something? Because that cat, man.
No,
like,
but I'm just talking
I agree
special
with you,
effects
Rob.
wise. They could make it scary.
That could have definitely.
It wasn't really
it was
that
great.
scary.
It was great the way it was portrayed. It's like Army of Darkness. The way Army of Darkness was portrayed was great. It's not scary, but it's great, and it had humor in it. Now, with
Yeah.
Pet Sematary, it was portrayed great. It was kind of scary, but different visuals, different sort of actors, maybe just like push it up
Right,
a
it could
little
just
bit.
be not even updated. Still place it during the same time, but like they did with it, but just revamp it a little.
Yeah, give it some new color, make the animatronics a little
better
more
special effects. Yeah,
lifelike. I think
and
that's
they
the thing
used a
too.
lot of practical effects in it, and that's what makes these things believable. Is like, if you can use something practical that you built, as opposed to CGI, it just looks so much better.
Yeah, I think that's the
I'm
reason
sorry,
why.
but the
he
dude's
was good with
face
that.
falling off on the fly is the creepiest thing you'll ever see.
Possibly.
What other movie was that where the dude's face melted off? Oh, I can't remember offhand.
It's not like it melted off.
Raiders?
It just like fell apart.
No, not in Raiders. No.
Well, Jason had a part with that in one of the movies. They threw him in toxic waste.
Yeah, I gave up on Jason after 3, man. I mean,
Yeah.
But he
then-
took Manhattan after that.
yeah.
Most of the
After-
time when I watch
no,
those, I would just fast forward to the end to see what actually was supposed to happen. I never actually watched most of it. I'm just like fast forwarding.
Honestly,
Like,
it's
Yeah,
never about
after
the
Jason
plot.
and
It's
Freddy
just
had
about
it
the
out,
kills.
that's when I was done. I was like, no more. They went too far with that one.
I
Oh,
think
see, I like that one.
see that one was okay, but I think the concept of Freddy is too much to make into a movie. What
He
he
got
does,
too fantastic. That's what happened.
yeah, just what he does, killing kids, and you know how they portrayed Freddy initially with the thing. I'm thinking this is wrong. I don't think they should make this into a movie. I don't think this should be here. I think just the
Either.
concept of Freddy Krueger itself, it's just
I mentioned this on a past show, the movie Shocker. That wasn't really scary, but it was more of a thriller. You know,
Mhm.
dude gets electrocuted in the electric chair, becomes a ghost in the electricity sockets. And, you know,
That sounds
Hmm.
familiar. Pretty sure I've seen it.
probably
I-
have.
I think I have.
It's actually an old movie anyway, but
Yeah, I don't remember
Um,
much. You know, one of my favorite action movies that was a horror was The Frighteners, and it was really good. With
yeah,
Was
Michael
that
J.
Michael
Fox.
J. Fox?
the
as well?
original
Yeah.
one with
Yeah.
William Defoe.
Willem.
Yeah,
Willem Dafoe.
yep. That was the original dude from no, not the Frighteners, but Fright Night.
The
Fright
the,
Night.
the
That's
Frighteners
what
with
it
the
Michael J.
ectoplasm and the
Fox.
spirits, it seemed so real. Like,
Michael
hey,
J. Fox
But
again.
that wasn't a scary movie, though.
no,
That
I
was,
said
uh,
I said action. I said action.
Oh,
It's,
okay.
it's
I missed
Halloween related, but yeah, it's action. I just thought this is a really cool action. I actually wanted to own that for some time, and I never got the DVD for it. But if I find it, I'll
I mean,
probably get it.
Probably
Has-
one
has
I've
Michael
actually
J. Fox
never
made a bad
seen,
movie?
and
I
you
know
guys,
he's made bad TV, but
you guys are probably going to be shocked as shit, but I've never seen it. Is Charlie Brown Halloween? Great Pumpkin. Never seen it.
No, the Great Pumpkin.
oh,
thing.
it's terrifying.
It was totally terrifying. Apparently.
No, the robot chicken version of it was awesome. The Great Pumpkin actually showed up and was like slaughtering the naughty kid.
I never saw
Yeah.
that on Robot Chicken. Oh man, now I gotta go look at that. I gotta go watch that one. That's cool. Well, what about TV shows? What about TV shows? You know, we went over a lot of movies. Unless you guys have any more movies you really want
TV
to.
shows.
Because I was gonna say, you know, either
What, scary TV shows?
the Crypt Keeper,
Oh yeah, Tales from the Crypt.
Tales from the Crypt.
I've never been able to find it. There was one of those that really fucking freaked me out when I was a
The
kid.
Gargoyle one.
No, the body bag. I think it was called Body Bags.
Yeah.
You remember that one where they
Yeah.
were
What's the story about?
they were dead? It was dead bodies, but you were seeing it from their perspective. Like
Mhm.
they're
Oh,
still
gosh,
conscious
yes.
inside.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
and
basically.
they're trying to move his. The dude was trying to move his finger.
Yep.
Hey, I'm moving my finger. I'm moving my finger. And they just didn't notice it.
I know.
Yeah, he finally got his finger to wiggle at the end, but they were
Yeah.
already cutting into his brain.
And that I think that made me actually kind of believe that when you die, you can still possibly see and hear, depending upon if your eyes are open or not, and maybe even feel in a sense, because you know they were cutting him open, doing the autopsy as soon as he passed away, and he's like, he can hear it, his eyes are open, he can see it,
Oh, he
and
could
he
feel
can feel it, and it was like,
Yeah.
holy shit, that is you know, because I've seen, you know, them do studies on that, and the brain still has brain activity for a certain amount of hours after your body is decomposing, you know, until rigor mortis. That's why I think until you actually hit rigor mortis, you're still there. You know, like Chaos Stevens is telling me, like, he's had this out of body experience. He was just dead, and he's floating above it. So I think there should be a little bit of a time frame up to pass before they start cutting into you, because you might be able to feel it.
There really kind of is. I mean, they don't start cutting into you right away. Like you're gone for at least a day before they start cutting into you. So you're really good, but
Well, I mean,
it was just that premise that Tales from the Crypt threw out there. that was
possibly.
fucked up.
But I mean, like Albert Einstein, they chopped up his brain, they turned it into little cubes, they put little toothpicks in it, and they must have had a smorgasbord or something. But they were studying it like crazy. It was like What the fuck would you? Why would you cut up Einstein's brain to look at the brain to try to understand how he thought the way he thought? That's just a stupid person's way of trying to figure things out. You can't. There's no way to quantify any of that.
How you doing?
You can't study the patterns and go, oh, it's this pattern. Now I can recognize intelligence. No, you can't do that. That's not work. That doesn't work that way. But like, what about that? Do you guys feel the same way?
I would say right now, as far as scary TV show goes, I'm really hooked on the American Horror Story series.
I haven't watched any of it. I don't know. I've seen Black
The
Mirror.
older ones are scarier. This one is a little political for my taste because they are talking a lot about Trump being president. And
Holy shit, really?
but yeah, it's this guy basically starts a cult, and he's essentially using people that got fucked over by Trump being president, or really didn't want, like, were staunchly against Trump being president. So he's using all the bedlam that's going on in the U.S. right now to cause terror, to scare the people in his communities into building him up, and so he can get elected out of fear like Trump did.
Wow. That's kind of weird when I go... You know, it's kind of weird when I go all political, because I'm watching Black Mirror. I think that's what you suggested before. And I was watching some of the episodes, and like every episode always ends in some kind of disappointment. It feels like...
Which show?
Wasn't it the Black Mirror you suggested, like on Netflix? Like you and Brad were talking about Black Mirror.
Oh, Black Mirror. Yes.
And like I decided, you know, fuck it. I'm not watching season 3 right now because that's stupid. I'm gonna start at season 1, go through that.
No, you gotta start. It doesn't matter what I'm watching, either way, but it's better to start from the new ones and work to old like it has you do.
Really? Well, I saw the one with the eyes where they can like look to the past. They have all the information buried within their brain.
That was based off of a motion picture movie, I believe.
Because of an implant. And the guy, how obsessive he got with that, he was right, you know, with how he felt, and he figured it all out. But it just made his life so much worse. I was thinking, man, I just feel so bad. It's like I felt so bad for the guy. I felt so bad for his situation. It's like, what could what could he do? But was he wrong? Was he justified? You know, for possibly attacking the other guy and making him delete all his memories? You know,
honestly, I think the pig one was the worst.
I'm just up to the snow one right now with they're buried in snow, and this one guy's helping out these poor losers that can't get with a girl, and he's giving them advice. So that's the one I'm at right now. It's season 2. I haven't seen any of season 3. So.
Oh, pig was season 1.
Oh, the pig one. Oh, jeez, that one's nasty.
Yeah, that one was like the cringiest one for me.
That one is just nasty. Like, he just comes home at the end and his wife is gone, but like they told him, they're like, you know what? To make sure that this person is satisfied, you gotta go the distance. And so he goes for like a whole fucking hour fucking a pig, and he's starting to enjoy it. It's like, are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding? Like, dude, you know, most people talk about it. It's only like 5 to 20 minutes. Jeez, he went for a whole fucking hour. And then your wife is like,
yeah, he just...
What are you doing? It's almost like the Twilight Zone in a sense, or Outer Limits, but it's...
That's what I compared it to. It's like a modern day Twilight Zone.
But it's worse.
Especially when you get up into season 3, and they really start hitting like the core of our society right now. Like,
dude, what was I supposed to learn from these
episode where social status is based on like...
yeah, but I'm just saying, like, what was I supposed to learn from this? I don't know what I was supposed to learn. It's like, I should be going there teaching the actors what they should be doing, like, not...
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you start off from season 1, it's more Twilight Zone and less actually connected to us today. But as you get up to, like, season 2 and 3, it starts just delving into the shit that we find important for no reason at all.
A TV show that I found highly entertaining would be Sleepy Hollow.
TV show?
I
Sleepy
liked it
Hollow?
for a little while.
Uh-huh.
Is it a Netflix thing?
It's a cop drama.
Sleepy Hollow.
Is it a Netflix? I don't have cable. So
No, it was a
It's on
CW,
Hulu.
I think.
It's on Hulu.
I don't have that either.
I watched like the first 3 seasons, and then I just stopped watching.
See,
Yeah,
the
it
movie.
gets kind of ridiculous after season 3, but
Oh, it gets worse. Like,
yeah.
it's a cop drama, but with the Sleepy Hollow legend interwoven.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's interesting. But I guess we could all talk
Honestly,
about Supernatural.
I only really started watching it because it had Walter from Fringe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. But
Then the motion picture movie Sleepy Hollow with Christopher Walken playing the horseman.
Oh yes, that was good.
yeah, the older one with Johnny Depp as
Yep.
Ichabod
I don't-
Crane. Hey, I can say him, not you.
Yep.
This is a Halloween thing too, so you might be
You shall,
legitimately.
he who shall not be named.
He who shall not be named. You are cursed. He hates you, dude.
Luke, just to let you know, we're hitting on that power hour.
Power hour?
That we are.
The hour of the immortal power?
Yep.
Yeah. I was thinking about Supernatural though. I was thinking this is a perfect time to slap it in there.
All right, it's a good closer.
Yeah.
We can close on Supernatural.
I think everybody watches that. Almost everybody does. Like Zodiac, you
Well, a lot of people do. I do. Wes
I
just
did
started
until
watching
you,
it, right?
Jack, actually pushed me into it.
I think it actually came back tonight.
Then you
I
get me
kinda missed
hooked.
it.
I
Now
totally missed it.
I'm
but
waiting for season 13 to come out on Netflix.
You're gonna wait a year, dude.
Oh man, yeah, it's gonna be a solid year. Yeah, it just started tonight. I think.
Yeah, my friend was.
It's either tonight or next Thursday.
No, my friend called me earlier today. He's like, you didn't come over tonight to watch it. I'm like, oh, I fell asleep. Damn it. He's like, well, let me tell you all about it. And I'm thinking, no. Just give me the highlights, and I'll see the next one because I'll watch it next year on Netflix because Netflix is likes to fuck you over like that. They don't want to, as soon as the season ends, bring it out. They want to wait a whole year to bring out that season.
Well, they gotta make their money off of it from the DVD sales and everything.
Yeah, it's not Netflix's fault. Netflix gets it as soon as they can. It's the network's fault.
So I've been blaming Netflix this whole time?
Yeah, blame the networks.
Okay, well, all right.
Was it NBC, Fox, somebody?
You know what? I was
CW for that one.
I think I really want Castiel to come back, and I was super disappointed with that. I can understand the writer, dying, because he's writing it. So it's like he just wants to take a break. He can just write himself out of the script. Now he's written into the script in a different dimension. And it's like, oh, okay, well, maybe he'll be a part of it again. Maybe not. Who knows? But Castiel, I mean, when he just started, him not understanding everything about humanity, just the stuff he said is hilarious.
Oh, Castiel's one of my favorite characters.
I'm sorry, my favorite line from him is "Hey, ass butt."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that
I
your
don't
nickname?
understand. If the pizza man loves her, why does he keep slapping her rear?
Right.
And then he does that with the demon. What was her name? It wasn't Ruby. Meg, yeah.
Meg.
He's like, are we gonna?
Yeah,
am I gonna be the pizza man?
Pizza man.
He gets to play as the pizza man for her.
Yes, Supernatural's great, but I'm gonna miss Castiel, and I'm really hoping Bobby's gonna come back because I mean, fuck, they found another dimension, Bobby.
Yeah, but
If they go over to get married,
Fucking
you're gonna have to
funny
bring
as shit. Bobby His favorite word, balls.
Yep.
And I find myself
Or
saying that
idiots.
Got to
sometimes.
try my chocolate salty balls.
Well, the thing is, my uncle would say idiots half the time when I knew him. When I go to visit him. So, like,
It's
just
Ren
hearing
and
the word
Stimpy
idiot
right
just
there.
sounds normal. Doesn't sound like a new thing to me. But I like saying that word. It's fun.
Idiots.
I always liked it.
Idiots.
Idiots.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Bobby was one of my favorite characters. He was just drunk and surly.
Yeah, he's a good character. You know, he's kind of like that one relative you just
The only
know.
character in the movie where he uses his real name.
Yeah, he's like Will Smith.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to have that
No,
popularity.
that's not really Robert Singer,
Are you serious?
the
Yes.
actor that's playing Bobby. No, it's just he just named a character after himself.
Well, what did you guys like better? The duo being homeless, driving around in the car the whole time, or being in the Men of Letters bunker? Because I like the Men of Letters bunker as far as where they're stationed. Like just
I like
watching.
both. I mean, it depends. I like the bunker now that they have it, but before that, I definitely like the hotel hopping.
I notice at most
Change
of the
of
hotels.
scenery, that's my deal.
See, like I noticed with most of the hotels, it was the same hotel. They just changed the spindles a little bit, and they just repainted it or wallpapered it. Because if you
That
look
was the
at,
point.
like if you look at Bobby's house, there's other houses that they went into. That's the same identical house as Bobby's house. But you can see it's just all painted over as like a dreary color, and then they repainted the set for that's been painted and repainted so many times I can see it. it's, it's
I
like,
didn't notice that one.
yeah, I look
I
at
do
the
like Bobby's
architecture a lot,
bunker.
but Bobby's bunker with the
You
whole.
built a panic room?
Mhm. What did you like better, the Sam that was possibly using the demonic powers to fight the evil, or the new Sam that's gotten rid of it?
I like newer Sam.
I like the older one.
It's too much angst back then.
Okay, Sam, with the soul or without?
Well, without the soul was kind of in the middle. It was just like one season in the middle he didn't have a soul. But without the soul, I thought that was hilarious too. It was almost like Castiel. Like he just
Yeah, there were some funny ass parts.
he's trying to figure out what to say or what to do. He's like, oh, okay. I guess that's not a good thing to do.
Like what? That wasn't right.
I think the comedic draw to it is what I liked about it. But yeah, I could tell you right now what my prediction for the future is that they're going to do half the story now on reality here and the other half on the other dimension, because they have the two dimensions to work with now. You know?
Yep.
And if
That's
they've
what I'm
got-
saying. That's why I think Bobby's gonna come back, because
I like
Mary and Bobby are definitely gonna help each other on that side.
one of my favorite episodes was the Groundhog Day episode.
Oh, the
Gotcha.
mystery spot.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
When Dean died in 1,000 different ways.
Yeah, just over and over and over.
You know, that reminds me, I just saw that movie, Happy Death Day. You guys saw that?
I haven't seen it yet. I want to.
I was thinking, yeah, it's sort of a teenage movie, but it's a horror movie. I'm not going to see too many horror movies this month because there's not a lot out. I don't care for the Saw anymore. It's just a repeat of the repeat of a repeat.
I
There's
wanna
one
see
on Netflix. I think it's called Death Note.
Yeah, but that's an anime.
That's based on an anime. Yeah.
But like,
Okay.
this one is basically just like a new twist. It's basically Groundhog's Day, but for Halloween. And
Yeah,
with-
but she gets murdered every day.
Yeah, and the twists and turns to it, like, I kind of guessed the killer at the beginning,
Don't give anything away.
but I wasn't totally positive.
No spoilers.
Okay. Anyways, I'm just saying I kind of I kind of guessed the killer at the beginning, but I wasn't totally positive. But it made sense when I got to the end. So I mean, I would say it's a good movie. It's a teen movie, but it's kind of like an adult teen movie, I would say. But it's not bad. I was pleasantly surprised watching it.
Yep.
All right.
So, yep.
It seems like a natural stopping point.
Holy shit.
Seemed like a natural stopping point.
Yeah.
5
You can drop a pin in here.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, unless you guys want to, I don't know what else you guys want to talk about for Halloween or what.
Halloweener. That's
about it.
That's what you
I
give
think
the wife on Halloween, right?
I think
Halloweener.
we beat the topic.
We beat it to death.
We did. I think we are good for tonight, and then
Do you want to do
more
part-
spooky shit next week.
You want to do a part 2 next week?
Or something. We'll do something.
We'll do
We'll figure
something
it
else Halloweeny. We'll figure it out during.
We'll call it the trick or treat special.
The trigger treat special. That's cool.
The trigger treat.
I didn't say
Trigger
trigger.
treat.
I
Yeah,
said
that's
trick.
not what he said, but
That is awesome.
Way to monologue it.
fucking, it's his channel. We can do that.
Right.
You just gotta promote that shit on Twitter, bro.
Why the hell not?
And speaking of Twitter, follow us on the Twitters at the Crow Show.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, sorry, at the Real Crow Show is the Facebook. Or Adam the Zodiac, or just search the Crow Show on the Twitters to find us.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook, also the Crow Show, or at the Real Crow Show.
Yep.
And my channel, I do live streams on Saturdays, 6-pack Saturday, whatever the fuck we feel like playing. It's always fun.
And drunk as shit.
Yes.
Yep. We do better the more inebriated.
The drunker we are, the better we play.
I'm telling you, 4
And if
beers.
you have a
is
PS4, you
sweet
might be
spot.
able to join.
Yes, and if we have PS4 and we have room in the party, I will totally let people jump in, watch old episodes. I've done it before. Some of them were weird.
Hopefully they're not
Just make sure
watching.
you have a mic. Otherwise, it's just going to be super awkward and you're going to get kicked.
Yeah.
Way to tag the fan.
I'm just
We
saying,
had some
we like
weird
to talk to
dudes.
people.
Yeah.
That's all good because we're weird too.
Yeah. It works out in the end, I guess. So. Yep. So, you will watch this video on my channel, VeracityTrigger. And so, yeah, there will be plenty of links and all kinds of stuff. And I literally have to go back and update the Crow Show on Minds.com. I've been meaning to do that. I saw that it's not updating manually, automatically. So that's kind of messed up. So I got to go update that. Check me out on my channel, VeracityTrigger. You can watch the whole playlist. I'll have playlist in the little information tab on the top right. You can click on. You can go watch tons of old videos that we've done. And that's all I got to say. So I guess we'll see everybody next week. It'll be sort of a part due for Halloween-related things, and we'll come up with a topic then. So that's all I got.
Don Jack Black, and have a wonderful night.
Chaos, have a good night.
Bye. Have a wonderful time.
Everybody.
The fuck was that?